Welcome. Okay, we are live now. Hello. Okay, we are back right here. Welcome. Thank you so much for the likes. Welcome to day 5 of automated e-commerce 5-day training. Our last day together, and gonna shed a few tears here because it's been a great time with everybody here. We taught you absolutely everything that you need to know about winning products, store, traffic, everything that you need to know completely for free. We also gave you the opportunity to take it to the next level with our mentorship access mentoring program, which we're going to talk about a little bit. And today we're going to focus on your questions, your concerns, your problems in the e-commerce world. How can we help you get better results? And as always, I'm going to bring my friend Tony Tobar, who is a very successful entrepreneur, very successful business owner. If you don't know who he is, he's built multiple 6-figure and 7-figure businesses. He was also my student, so he knows all my methods, all my strategies, and is able to also get really successful Shopify stores running. So I'm going to bring him on. Is that okay? And also comment down below in the comments, where are you watching us from? If you're from the US, Canada, Australia, Japan, wherever you're watching us from, just comment it down below. We're excited to see who is here to join us. And welcome, Tony. Happy to have you here.
Good morning.
And let's make sure
everybody.
Let's make sure there's no echo or anything like that. There shouldn't be, but
yeah, there shouldn't be an echo. Hopefully everyone can hear me a-okay. Let me know. Welcome everyone. So cool to have everyone from all these different areas. Man, this is so cool.
I know.
Virginia in Italy. Awesome. Cool. Guys, we have something in store for you today that I think you're going to absolutely like. Aside from all the Q&A session that we're going to have, we're going to do, there might have been there's some confusion about what we offered up yesterday, Rafael, but we're going to clear all that out for you guys so that you understand perfectly what's going to happen, or what exactly it is that you're getting. So we'll talk about that in a bit. Hey, what's up, Vicente, Rajesh, Katrine, Kamal, Richard, nice to see you guys. Thanks for coming back if you were here the previous days. Hi, Whitney, good to see you again. Pablo, guys,
Whitney, welcome to the family. She's in the program. She joined yesterday, so welcome.
Oh, awesome. Welcome. Pablo, Mind and Motivation from France. That's a cool name, Mind and Motivation.
I know, yeah. It's awesome. Okay, we have 70 people already. 72. Awesome. Thank you for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Saudi Arabia, Corpus Christi.
Cool. Hello from sunny Italy. Hey, I wondered if I learned this phrase, but it may actually mean nothing. Katrine, can you tell me? It's io sono un ragazzo pazzo. I'm a crazy boy?
yeah, I think that's what it means, yeah. Io sono ragazzo, it's I'm a boy. So I don't know what the thing is.
Ragazzo pazzo.
Okay.
And another one is una bottiglia di vino divino, por favore.
Divine wine.
Yeah.
You speak Spanish, Tony, right?
Sí.
Sí, okay,
puedo hablar español.
Okay.
Austin, awesome. Texas, yay! Robbie, you're a Longhorn fan. That's right. Good to see you guys. And we're gonna let this thing hit a few more numbers before we get started. But I'm so glad to see all of you guys. Rafael, this is gonna be cool, man.
Yeah, it's nice. It's been 5 crazy days, a lot of effort, a lot of just craziness, and we've gotten. I think at this point we almost have 20,000 people watching all the training. So it's crazy that we can impact so many people through this. It's just insane. And people from all over the world. I think we have more than 100 countries, literally, across every single person that's watching us. We got 100 people. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Give us a like down below. More people can see it. More people can join it. We're going to get into the Q&A, into the question and answer right away in just a minute. Hey, Tony. Where are you located, Tony? Where are you at?
I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. I'm a Texan through and through. A farm boy. Just kidding. I'm not a farm boy. My wife. When I first met my wife, guys, just so you guys know a little story about me, I met Veronica. She is from a place that is kind of out in the boonies in Texas, and she had this beautiful way of speaking, her twang, like this Texas twang, right? And I remember going to her house and meeting with her and hanging out. And I told her, hey, can we go cow tipping? And she busted out laughing because she's like, oh my God, you're such a city boy. Because city boys talk about cow tipping. And that's not something that, people talk about in the farm areas of Texas.
Cow tubing. Oh my God. Finally made my first $300 day yesterday. Congrats. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, we already got 120 people here. Let's start sharing the screen here, and we're gonna go and start sharing the screen. So let me know if the audio, everything is okay, if you guys can hear us fine. There's no echo, there's no crazy noises, anything like that. Okay, day 5, the day we've been all waiting for. It's a sad day because we're gonna have to say goodbye today. But we've been here in 5 crazy days. We're going to do a recap, a full Q&A, and also a special announcement today that I do not want you to miss. It is extremely important, and it's something that can really impact your progress, your journey in the coming weeks and in the coming months. So you do not want to miss this special announcement. So first of all, inside our program that we talked about yesterday, our student Ryan here actually posted today that he took one of the winning products that I give out to the students in the program and made $593 in just a couple of hours. So yesterday I was talking about the winning products that I give to my students, the products that I give out, the strategies that I give out, and how effective they are. Pretty much they get results almost immediately. So this is proof right there. Ryan just made $600 in a couple hours from one of the products that I gave him. Absolutely crazy. Another student, 111,000 euro per month, last month of April, just absolutely smashed it. It's about $130,000 US dollars. So crazy, just crazy that he got these results, and it's proof that it works. So I know there was some confusion about what's included in the mentoring program, what's included in the offer, what do you actually get. So first of all, you get the automated e-commerce formula, which is our private course, step-by-step program, teaches you everything. You get my private group with daily mentoring help, which I answer within 24 hours. My students answer, other successful students, my own team answers. You get 2 weekly calls with me live, and they're in a group setting with other very successful students as well as other beginners. You get the automation blueprint, which teaches you how to scale up your business by automating it and removing yourself from the business so that you can achieve time freedom, which is what we pretty much all want from a business, as well as, like the student right there pointed out, the 10 winning products per month that I give out to every single student. Now, to the people that are doing the upfront payment, the one-time payment of $2,997, it includes 4 bonuses. So the people on the payment plan that bought yesterday and before this training, the extra bonuses are included, but from now on, it is just too many people. We got a lot of people joining. So anybody joining from now on, if you join on the payment plan, you will not get the bonuses. If you joined yesterday or before and you got the payment plan, yes, you got the bonuses. But from today on, no, you get my own private team and employees helping you, and they help you for free. So it's not like you're gonna pay them extra, pay them on top of the program. So this is for free. My own team helping you with store building, shipping agents, all of that, so you can have all the bases covered. My hiring manager helping you for free to find the perfect person for your store to help you out automating and growing and scaling your business. Fast pass to the ecom formula. You can watch it as much as you want, as long as you want at your own pace, and a 1-hour one-on-one call with me in the next couple of days. So all of these bonuses, the special bonus 1-hour one-on-one call, they will be included if you do the one-time payment. We are limiting to 6 more spots, 6 more students only. We can't take more than that. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people that want to join, but we're only taking 6 more students, only 6. That's all that we're taking. If you want to join on the payment plan, you get the check marks. If you join on the upfront, on the one-time payment, you get all the bonuses. So if you're interested, go to mentormerafael.com. This offer will be valid until Sunday night. So on Monday morning, this page will be taken down. I'm going to take it down. There is a timer on the page that tells you exactly when it's going to be taken down, but I will take it down on Monday morning. So if you're interested in joining, make sure that you do it before Sunday night, which is when I take the offer down. Now, I want to ask you, And we're gonna get started with the Q&A, or starting to get a conversation going, because I don't just want you to fire questions and just throw me questions and throw Tony and me questions and us kind of like juggling between answers and trying to find the question to answer and picking them, cherry picking. I want to ask you, what is your biggest struggle with e-commerce, with Shopify, with dropshipping? What is the biggest struggle that you possibly have right now that isn't allowing you to get the success that you want? What is it? And for the links to join the program, I'm going to drop them right now. So the first one is if you want to do the one-time payment with all the bonuses.
Said.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tony. Are you there?
I think there's like a bit of a delay perhaps, but what I wanted to say was that there was someone who was talking about, forgive me, pardon me one second. There was someone who was talking about like, hey, that's a lot of money where I come from. And that's okay. Look, the thing is that we're going to be here and we're going to be helping you guys understand the entire e-commerce journey from P to T to S, and we're going to come back and really help. So your goal right now is not so much to get in. Look, it's okay. We have different lots in life. This is not some sort of pressure thing. Okay, guys? Sure. The point is that if you sign up, you're going to get our full 100% attention. And it's not fair to everyone else who's already come into the program to, for some reason, cheapen our program. Okay, so like we can't do that. So if you are unable to pay for the program or access to it, don't worry. There's a lot of free information that Rafael, like honestly, if you're a go-getter and you really want to spend the time without having someone handhold you, implementing accountability, those kinds of things, if you're really hungry, you're going to get this to work for you. You're just going to have to go through a lot of things that you may not be able to see in front of you that might be obstacles or problems or struggles. But that being said, with everything we've done in the past couple of days for training, we've been able to share with you exactly what it takes to get something up and running and going successfully. Okay, guys? So I apologize if you, like, we're not here to pressure you. We're not here to take your last dollar. That's not what this is about. This is about really getting someone into the frame of mind so we can get more focused on getting you going. So if this is something you guys want to do, then I highly recommend that you jump on board. And again, if you have any questions regarding your e-commerce journey, please let us know before we go into the big announcement that I think Rafael will talk about in a little bit, but we can definitely talk about all these things. And I think there might be a couple questions if I'm not mistaken.
For sure. One student is saying, I started testing yesterday Rafael's strategy and got 232 visitors, but no sales yet. It's likely to be a problem with your audience, so the people that you're targeting. So you're likely not going to get the right type of audience if you're getting 232 so fast. You're just getting random people. So it's likely to be a problem there. So if you haven't spent more than $100, $150 on this, it's because the audience is bad, and also your product page needs to be improved. So right now, it's not really the ads that are not working. It's more of the audience that you're targeting and then the product page. Just focus on those two. And another person, 500 visits, no sales, same thing. So audience and product page. You need to change up those two. Yeah, it could be the store as well. And currency conversion and Facebook bans. Well, currency conversion, I didn't understand. Like, what's your problem with currency conversion? And then Facebook bans my ads. Well, you need to appeal them if you break any policies. And if you don't know what the policies are, then you need to read on the Facebook blueprint for advertising policy. And you need to learn everything about that. At the same time, guys, if you got to understand too, that just because you get clicks doesn't always mean that you get people who stay long enough to view your product page, right? So yesterday we talked about a really cool tool, Lucky Orange, but there's many that you can use where you can go and spy on people who are visiting your site. Guys, honestly, if there was one, I mean, Rafael, maybe you'd say something different, but my biggest friend in the e-commerce space is being able to look at potential customers, go through my site, and understanding why they didn't buy. Like, that is the ultimate thing for me. I always ask that question, why didn't they buy? Why didn't they buy? They're supposed to be on my website. So even with Facebook, when you're running traffic ads, even if you get clicks,
It doesn't mean that they actually came to your site and stayed there and actually viewed it, right? So to me, I'm always all about, can I see these people and why aren't they buying? And then answering that question with the software or the app that you can use on Shopify.
Exactly. And also like that app that Tony just mentioned, Lucky Orange, you need that. If you're not getting the results you want on your store, it's because you're not analyzing enough. So another student, I just started 3 weeks ago, complete beginner, already made $3,000 in revenue. See? It works.
Congrats, man. There you go.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, and if you're running ads and you have ad issues or something like that, you can always look at Rafael's free training on ads, Facebook ads, look on targeting and interest and all that stuff. Listen, guys, one of the things too is that like if I would also just mention, if you decide that this is not something that you want to do, like go ahead and just look at all the videos that Rafi has, because there's a lot of value in there that I think could really help you even take it to another step before maybe joining our program in the future, okay? And don't get in another course. Like, don't go for any of the other gurus who are talking e-commerce. Like, don't go in just because they have a program for $100 or two. Like, don't bother with that. You get just the same amount of education and information that Rafael provides for free on his channel and in the trainings that we will have here on a monthly basis. Okay, guys?
Exactly.
Customer payment, which made through PayPal, Stripe. How shall we make payment to our supplier? Is it with our own fund before PayPal will make settlement to us? Can you talk about that, Rafael? I have a way of doing it, but maybe you have another.
Yeah, you can either, if you have the amount of money on PayPal, then you can just pay the supplier through PayPal with your balance. If not, then you would need for the payment to clear to your bank account, and then you can pay the supplier.
Can we go to camera, Rafael? Can we go to camera? Because I feel like just that way, I mean, they can see this. If you want to sign up, guys, just go to mentormerafael.com. We have 3 things that we had talked about, and I think that's just really important to kind of focus again. For some of you guys who are just seeing us for the first time, in the past couple of days, we talked about focusing on product, right? Like choosing a product that is going to work, and we all know the real secret there is not the product, it's the surrounding systems to the product. And then 2, going into talking about traffic, and then ultimately talking about the store, right? And like I mentioned to a lot of you guys, simple, what did I say, bro?
Simple store system.
Simple stores that sell.
Simple stores that sell, yeah.
Yeah, simple stores that sell. And we talked all about that information with Rafael and I in the last a couple of days for the training. So feel free to go through some of that stuff. Again, for those of you who are troopers, because if you look at this, we had 108 or so people watching. For some of you who are troopers, you're going to get some amazing stuff, I think, coming up pretty soon here when we talk about it.
Yep.
But feel free to continue to ask your questions. Continue to ask your questions, because this is all about you guys right now.
Exactly. Okay, if you're a non-US citizen shipping from China to US, we are delivering from US, what taxes will attract in total price of the product? Well, you won't have to pay taxes on the product. You will have to pay sales tax, but you're not a US citizen. So I can't give you tax advice. Unfortunately, it's illegal in the USA. But I don't think you have to pay taxes at all. You're kind of in a nice zone where you don't have to pay the US any taxes. I'm building a store to execute all my main details before I post any ads. Yeah, that's good. You can spend as much time as you need on the store. You don't need to just like grab the gun and shoot. You don't need to just build out the store, make the ads, and start running traffic. It doesn't have to be like that. You can pace it, take it slow, learn the process, and do everything needed in between. Yeah.
I have an answer for Emmy King Henry. My own problem is getting few sales today, and next 2 to 5 days, no sales. What might be the problem, and how can I overcome the problem? So my immediate reaction to that scenario, Emmy, is that you are remember yesterday when I talked about the 3 types of people, or the 4 types of people in the world when it comes to e-commerce? You got the people who are going to say yes immediately, which is I think what you got. You got the people that will say yes immediately. Then there are people who will say yes maybe. And then the people who will say no maybe, and then the people who will always say no, right? And your goal is to convince the majority of the people who are in the yes maybe, no maybe columns, to get them to convince them to actually buy. So I have a feeling that you got a bunch of yeses that were just like, oh, I want this, I need this, I'm gonna get it, right? But you have to focus on creating a message and a feeling and experience for people who are on the fence. So part of me feels like, either if they're clicking and they're actually getting to your website, then you probably need to do more convincing on your page to get these people to convert.
True. I agree with
That's
that.
just my immediate reaction. Yeah.
Ideal number of products on a store. We talked about this in yesterday's training,
Sure.
and it's 20 products. So you want to have at least some collections on the store, so if people browse around, it doesn't look like a scam, it doesn't look sketchy. So you want to have at least 15 to
Yes.
20. I would say that's
That was my first experience, guys. Just FYI, my thing was to like create a store with one product in it. I got 0 sales, and when I was looking at the videos, these people were searching for other things and didn't find anything. So when you have a store that only has one product, it just looks weird. It's like a store that only has one bag of bread and everything else is gone. You know, it's just weird. It's bizarre.
one bag of bread store. If you're traveling to a country where there's no Stripe, do you use a VPN? It's not that easy. It's really not that easy, because you can't just make a VPN and then pretend you're in another country, because you're not a citizen of that country. So you just can't hack your way through that. So I would say you either get Stripe Atlas, which is you can get a company through Stripe and then get a Stripe account, or you just use the local payment processor that you have. But I would not recommend hacking the system. That you will get banned in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So I would also mention that you should talk to someone who can help you start an entity in the United States, and that would be very helpful.
And start a company in the US. That'll be very, very helpful. What is the best speed for site loading? Well, as fast as possible. You can check. There's a page. It's called GT Metrics. I think it's called GT
Yeah,
Metrics. Yeah.
I use webpagetest.org as well.
One student is asking in Spanish. What is the perfect moment to launch your store and start to promote it? Well, I mean, as soon as possible. But like I said, you need to take your time. Tome su tiempo. You need to take your time.
So Zione, I would also say, Katrine, we'll get to your question in just a second about images and texts. But I would also say that when you're launching a store, you're not launching a store, you're launching a product, right? You could always think about that being the first step. You're launching the product, you're promoting the product page. That is your main focus, because most people, especially with impulsive buys, they don't care about anything else. They care about the thing that you showed them. Okay. For Katrine, you said, I'm not sure if you mentioned that in your training yesterday, how much content text should be included on the product page and how you structure your product page. So I think it's all about I think that's a little more detailed, but honestly, so long as the product is visible, if you show pictures of it or videos of it, or even you using it, I like using Lucky Orange to find out what is too much and what's too little. Like if I'm getting purchases, or if I'm not getting purchases, are people going through this thing trying to zoom in, zoom out? Are they trying to click something that's not clickable? Like, are they going too far enough and then they leave completely? So I want to be able to get them to go to the top and to the bottom to continually get this thing where they look up and down, almost like if they're saying, yes, I want to buy. So I don't want to make it so long that they just leave. I want to kind of like, you'll see in Lucky Orange, I know this sounds so weird and so like I don't know, secret, right? But the idea is that I want them to look, I don't want them to go down forever because that they just leave. I kind of want them to go down and up, because I want to keep it in a position where it's impulsive. That's just my take on it.
I agree. It has to be engaging. It can't just, that's why adding too much text on a page. Like a lot of people like just putting as much text as possible on the page and trying to hope that it works, and people get bored. It's like reading a book that just goes on and on about the same thing. You just can't. So store crossed $670 today. Thank you, Rafael. Awesome work, man. Great work. And it's actually from one of the products that I gave out on YouTube. So great work, man. Awesome.
Okay, there was a question about, so when you want faster shipping, guys, again, I think that's why an agent is amazing. An agent can help you solidify shipping that stuff a lot quicker, because there's a lot of shipping companies that have connections with the government and customs and all that stuff. So guys, you gotta, I think an agent is the most important thing you can kind of like, even if it means talking to them for an hour and just figuring that out, that would totally be, I think, completely worth it.
For some people, it's not easy to get Stripe. I live in Argentina, and I tried getting to checkout before making any sales, and it was pretty hard. Yeah, I would just take PayPal for you. Just do PayPal in the beginning. Don't scale up too high, and then try to get a company in the US and just try to get something solid in the US. Not just hack your way through it and use PayPal in the beginning so you can get some sales at least. You can be making 3 to 6 grand a month consistently through PayPal without any issues. It's when you start really like, people get in trouble with PayPal when they start scaling, when the numbers are exponential. If the numbers are consistent and you don't go too crazy and you don't work on emotion, so you don't think, oh, let me just scale this up to the moon, that's when you get banned by PayPal. So.
Kamal's question: CBO versus ABO. I would always use ABO, and if I use I don't like CBO personally. Even if it was mandatory and we could not do ads like test at the ad set level, I will always be testing at the ad set level. I personally do not like CBO. You can use it, and I have seen people successfully use it, but I'm such a control freak. I need to be able to control every aspect of where my money goes and where it's going, etc. So I do not use CBO personally, but I'm sure there are people who use it effectively in the group. In fact, I think maybe you have a couple of words to say on that, Rafael.
Yeah, CBO is great. For testing in the beginning, I would say ad set budgets are better. ABO is definitely better. But campaign budgets, CBOs, are better for scale. So when you have an ad set that's doing really well and you put it into a high budget CBO campaign, it's just like putting gasoline on fire. So that's how I would use them.
Yeah, Hotjar is just another tool like Lucky Orange. Same thing. You can use it to spy. Do you know that Argentina has a new tax on dollar purchases with credit card? Nope, didn't know. Will agent work with us from the beginning for a new store? I've worked with agents that they just are you legit? Are you going to do this? Are you actually going to sell something that moves? And they, as soon as I say yes, they're like, okay, let's work together. Like, it's not, I don't know. I haven't found any of them being really picky about who they work with, right, Rafael?
If you have, the thing is, for example, it depends how much proof you have. So if you have only 8 orders over the past month, it's going to be tough. I mean, you would have to get somebody like me to refer you personally and then tell them work with this person. And then they would work.
Oh, yeah. Agree.
But I would rather you get like 50, 60, 100 orders and then you go for it. That's because 8 is a little tight.
Yeah, and for the guy who was like Rafael, like CBO, dude, that's totally fine. Like, you can use it. I just like more control. I like more control over my stuff. And so ABO is what I personally like to use. Eventually, when people are using it, I know that a lot of people in the e-commerce space are like seeing a lot of really good results with CBO. By all means, use it. I just happen to have like a control problem. So it's really just about like, do you want, but granted, you should know that on one of my products, I go to Google and I use Google Smart Shopping for that one. And we kill it and I don't even have to worry about it. Right? They do the remarketing, they do everything. So again, it's a give and take, you guys. It's not a perfect science. You just have to figure out what works for you.
True. Hotjar versus Lucky Orange, pretty much the same. Lucky Orange just more tied to Shopify. Hotjar is great too. I wouldn't say one is better than the other. They're both great companies. I'm not paid by any of them. So, what about eProlo? eProlo is great. Just make sure to confirm because some of the products, the shipping is very expensive right now. So I would just make sure to confirm with them how much a product is going to take you to ship, how long, and how much the cost is going to be. Because, for example, there's a company called CJ Dropshipping. They're having a lot of issues right now. And there's also other companies like SendDrop having a lot of issues. So you really need to confirm with every single supplier. My questions are lost in space. Which countries are the best to ship from China right now? Well, I mean, a lot of countries are opening back up. So US, Canada, Australia, and Europe right now is on the verge of opening up. Like Spain, Italy are opening up their postal services and everything up. So I think within the next 2 to 3 weeks, I would say pretty much all the e-packet countries are going to be open, except a few that are still closed down, honestly, because it's looking a lot better. Even really, I don't know, dictatorial countries that are used to keeping people locked down, they're even opening up now. So I think The world is going to be much, much better in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Payment gateways that don't hold your money. No payment gateway. It doesn't exist. Every payment gateway will hold your money. I had it 20,000 held by the best payment processor in the world. It's impossible. If you want to take more questions, Tony, I will check a few.
Yeah, I did the test in 3 days and remained the best performer. Then I duplicate and double it, guaranteed tonight. Do I do well? Although no sales for today. I did the test in 3 days and I remained the best performer. Then I'm not exactly understanding. You have no sales, but you've been following some strategy, okay, for duplicating something that works for clicks or something. I think I don't know. I would probably, for me, like I really like the idea of looking at all the metrics when I optimize for the conversion objective. So without more detail, I just can't really see how I can answer Francesco's question. Sure. So another thing too, guys, is I wanted to mention that there's, like I said, there's a lot of videos that Rafael has put together on how to do like Facebook interest and targeting and all that stuff, and the strategy for running all of these things. So please make sure and take a look at that stuff, because it's invaluable. It really is invaluable. What type of trust badge do you recommend for product page? Again, see, this is where it's like when you get into the details of a product page, to give you a template to use, like that's good to start off, but at the end of the day, Lucky Orange is going to tell you what works and what doesn't. So you could literally be like, this product was featured on ESPN and ABC or CBN or whatever you want to do, or you can literally just use proof, right? So the basic concept, the basic thing is, what is the product? What does it do? Can I see it in action? And then the reviews, like, that's pretty much, most Shopify stores are that way. When I told you about simple stores that sell, you need to make sure that at the very most basic level, a simple store will sell the product. Because if the product is not selling after you do the correct type of testing on Facebook, personally, I just don't bother with it. I continue with something that I know people want and an interest that people are interested in. Like Rafael was talking about interest, like he has like 6 interests or something, right? It's completely separated, running just to see if there's any traction with any of those interests. And if there is, you start doing what works. You start going into the path that works for you, right? And exactly. You don't want to be married to one interest or one type of person. You kind of look for that person until it finds it, hold on to them, continue going, find out about them, stalk them, figure out what works, and then move to the next level. That's what I did. I mean, that's
true. I agree. Based on 5 rules for product research, the ones that we discussed on day 2, it takes too much time to find a good product. How can I find a product quickly? There's not a real shortcut to it. If you want a product quickly, you're not going to find a good one. So I'm sorry, but there's no shortcuts.
I guess maybe the closest thing to a shortcut, if I had to pick one, the closest thing to a shortcut is looking at someone already selling something, and if there's more than one person selling something specifically, I might just go and try to test and see if I can get sales for that product too, because it's selling, there's a demand, there's a supply, there's a demand. And that's what you need as basic economic factors before you start going into a business. Because if it's something that's not in demand, why are you going to go and sell it, right? So maybe the quickest shortcut, if there ever was a shortcut, is there a demand? Is there a supply for it? And if there is, jump into that and test things out and see if maybe you can beat out your competitors and chew out a market in that space. Otherwise, I just don't know. There's no real shortcuts around product selection. True.
For a live example of a product page, I have a few. I can post them right after we get off here. If I go to my Chrome, the internet is a little bit unstable. So yes, Anwar, I will post a product page. The 10 exclusive products per month that's included in the program, they come with product titles, descriptions, store templates or store models so that you can use as inspiration, and also exact targeting that you need on Facebook, the exact Facebook ads targeting that you need. Do you have multiple websites running under a single business? Yes. I would recommend not getting a business for each website, because you'll have to pay a bunch of money and it will be a mess.
Yeah, it'll be a mess.
Yeah. What if we test a product given by Rafael in April? Is it worth it? Yeah. I mean, the May ones are more likely to work. But April, I mean, I had one student take like 3 months, a product that was from 3 months ago, and it worked for him. So it doesn't have to be the money, right? The product right now.
Ryan is asking, I am late, but if you haven't answered yet, when do you consider a product saturated? I consider a product saturated never. Whenever I start losing money, that's when I consider it saturated or like not in demand, right? So like that's why I like choosing things that have had sales consistently. When I think of something that's more like testing the test, like has lasted the test of time, you have a greater chance of sort of not worrying too much about when something has been saturated or you start losing traction, right? So I look at a market and I think to myself, like, how can I be different than all the other sellers? Let me give you an example. So let's say that there's a mouse, right? And people sell mouses like crazy. I would never suggest selling mouses, by the way, because there's not enough money in them. But if let's say that I was selling a mouse, right, or I see tons of people selling mouses, there's a need for it. People are consistently buying computers. You look at Google Trends, and people are actually searching for like buy a computer now, and it hasn't changed. Even the pandemic hasn't changed it. Whatever, people are buying mouses, right? So I go and I look at my competitors and I think, well, how can I make something completely different, right? Or how can I make it look different so that the presentation, the perceived value is now completely different than everything out there? So I would probably, and I know this is just, it's a bad example, but what if I painted these things green and I called it the greenmouse.com, right? I know that sounds weird, but like people love the color. There's people out there who love the color green because it means prosperity, right? Or there are people who believe in color psychology or color, like you could go deep into the type of people who love the color green, and before you know it, Facebook knows exactly who to target because they know exactly what the interests are, and all tied to the color green. So I sell greenmice.com or something like that. Dude, you're gonna find that market. So long as there's a demand for it in that market, you're gonna be good. But does that make sense? It's like I don't want you to feel like saturation should hold you back, right?
I still would say if a product it depends how long it's been running. For example, there are products that are just like, they're just too old, or they're just too, if you can find the product in a local retail store, if you go to the local supermarket or local grocery shop and you can find that product, that's when it just has
that's reached a good point.
A burnt, not just saturation, just complete product burning.
Yep.
How much will the initial amount to start with after purchasing the program? Well, it depends how you want to get started, but I would say about $400 in total. That's what you would need in the beginning, because I do teach you low budget strategies with as little money as possible. How do you manage cash flow when starting out? Well, in the beginning, you don't want to scale too fast, because if you scale too fast, payment processors hold your money. So the trick is to scale slowly, and then once you're in a good relationship with your payment processor, then you want to scale up to higher levels. But I would say just having a good relationship with your payment processors. If you have a good relationship and you don't, for example, if there's a chargeback and you ignore it, or there's a dispute and you ignore it, or there's refunds and you're like, whatever, because you ignore customer service, you're obviously going to have problems. I see people just ignore customer service. And it's like, what are you doing? This is why you have a business. So.
Yeah, Arnav, the free plus shipping thing has been something that has been around for like a ton of time, okay? And especially with TV, like with some of the late infomercials, they use free plus shipping all the time. Now, recently, I've seen that trend die out a little bit in TV infomercials. So that's something telling, right? In the market, the market might be too saturated with this whole free plus shipping, or they're being turned off by the fact that the shipping costs ridiculous amounts or something like that. So people hate to be bait and switch, right? They don't like bait and switch. And so if you go and you say, hey, the product is absolutely free, but you're going to pay $49 for shipping, like it just,
True.
Plus, it also kind of means that you're going after products that are a little bit less expensive. I know this sounds really weird, but when I got into the e-commerce game, guys, I started with something that was small, and we sold a ton of this stuff. And the moment that I started selling something that was more expensive and very niche, we started seeing some really, I love less orders, more money, like absolutely. Less work for my VAs or less work for me when I first started. Like I really liked that, right? So it's a playing field. And when you stick to it, when you don't think about anything else, no shiny object syndrome, none of that crap, and you just focus on making the move and making strides and moving forward, you're going to see the results. And it's always better when you have someone who can literally tell you when you're screwing up, like Rafael told me, or when I'm like, I remember when I came in, bro, I told you, hey, what if I do this? And I think this might be a really great way to sell a product. And you're just like, yeah. You were like, why don't you just do what works, at least for now, right? Like, I like that idea, but I think maybe you should do what works. And truthfully, when I started to just do what had already worked as a foundation, as a fundamental, as principle, that's when I started seeing results. So like, don't try to come up with your own thing. Do more of what works. I've learned that the hard way. Do more of what works. And I think so long as you follow someone who, that's the beauty of being part of the community with Rafael. Like, people are always testing things. He's really, there's no such thing as a saturation when you share a product list with a small group of people that are actually working their butts off. Like, guys, I think that's kind of one of the fundamental things about getting mentorship and signing up. Like, if you are ready for that and you're ready to move forward and you're serious, 100% serious about this, like, there is no other option out there to really get things going, especially in the times that we live right now. E-commerce is exploding.
Okay, 2 quick questions here. How would you deal with a chargeback? And if you ship the product and you have the tracking number and all the proof, you fight it. So whether that's on Stripe or on PayPal, you try to get the money back because it's rightfully yours. And if it is rightfully yours, then you will get the money. Just fight every chargeback. Has any of your students failed to succeed or not been successful? Yes. And I'm not going to tell you that everybody's successful because I would be lying. Anybody that tells you that is lying. Now, the reason why they're not successful is not because of the training, not because of the mentoring. It's because of other reasons. So one, it's that they follow too many things. They have shiny object syndrome. So they're following this person and me and this other person. So they're just trying a bunch of different strategies. Or they're not focused on what they need to do. Life gets in the way. Maybe they have a baby. Somebody in their family is sick, something like that. Something gets in the way where they're not able to actually get results. So that's why I say if you commit to the program and you are in the program, you take action, we guarantee at least $50,000 in sales because that's what I know I can get you. How do I tell if a product is not working when you're testing? If you test multiple audiences, more than 2 ads, and you test a lot of ads, a lot of audiences, and then your product page, you analyze it properly so that it's great, and it still doesn't work, then I would move on because you've tested a lot of variables inside the process of getting a sale and it still doesn't work. You can feel free to pause and go to another one.
When it comes to winning products, someone was asking about their metrics, and I thought to myself, hey, you got purchases, that's a good start. I don't know how much money you've spent, but I personally think the CPC is a little on the high end, but that's just me. And then when it comes to winning products, do you only stick with products in your niche? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. So like, for instance, we're going to be probably later in quarter number 2 or 3, we're going to be launching a kitchen brand. And when I think about that, I'm going to stay within that niche, right? I'm not going to variate. Like, I'm not just going to have some random store with a bunch of products. I personally do like when you at least niche down to a specific area so that you can consistently have like a feel from a user perspective, a buyer perspective, that you're someone who understands that niche or that industry, right? Whether it's decorating, whether it's kitchen, whether it's home services or home appliances or whatever that is, right? Or gardening work, right? Like, it's just the idea behind looking like you are an authority in that space makes people more comfortable buying from you.
True. Can you, whoops.
Guys, when it comes to ad spend, just remember that the lower your ad spend, the more patience you're going to have in order to collect data. The beauty, look, oh my gosh, this is one of my good friends said this. The beauty about e-commerce is that e-commerce is just data. You start making decisions based on your data, and when you know how to make those decisions, or you have a group around you who can help you make those decisions based on the data that you share, it's done. You will succeed, and as long as you're the person who remembers data is most important. And so if you start off with a low ad budget, you're going to have a little more patience because you have to collect your data. And then if you have more money, hey, you can get that data quicker and make decisions quicker and start moving faster and faster and faster and scale and scale and scale. again, it doesn't matter where you start. The point is you start and then move, right? And if you have a group of people around you that are doing great and are actually succeeding or fighting and working hard to make this happen, there's no reason you should fail, so long as you're willing to put in the work.
Tony, we have a lot of questions of people saying, can we form a community? Do we have a community where we can all connect with each other? And I really want to give out the special announcement now because so many people have asked for it, and I love giving people what they want. So I want to introduce to you the Automated E-Commerce Ambassadors Program, or the Automated E-Commerce Ambassadors League, whatever you want to call it. What this is, it is a special Facebook group and it's for free, so you can join it for free. I'm going to post a link right now here on the chat, and it is a free group that you can join, and for every single person that you promote to our training, to our program, that it buys, we will give you $1,000. So let's say you send us a friend, a family member, whatever it is, and they buy from us, we will give you $1,000 of that purchase. So we will give you 33%. If you join that group right now on Facebook, it is called the Automated E-Commerce Ambassadors. I'm going to put it twice there. And that will be our private group for anybody that wants to refer students, that wants to send us students. It will be my little mastermind, not mentorship group, because I will be in direct contact with every single person right there every week, every month, and I will teach you the strategies that I use to get some students so that you can help us impact more people, help more people around the world, and you can help us get more students. And for every student that you send us, we're going to send you $1,000. So if you want to make more money, but you really can't pay for mentorship, you're struggling with e-commerce, and you want to make some money on the side, this is definitely the opportunity. And we're making this group, it's completely for free. It is called the Automated E-Commerce Ambassadors. You don't have to pay anything. And you can ask questions inside of the group as well. And you can connect with other members. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So I created it
so
just
we're gonna wait. We're going to wait to let you guys into the group so that we can get a couple people on that. And so just make sure you start the process of joining up. This is an excellent opportunity for anybody. Are you excited about these guys? Like, tell me in the comments or give me some likes, because this is, I think, a pretty cool deal, a pretty cool thing that Rafael wanted to do. He's like, look, you know what? I don't want to make it so difficult for people to feel like, hey, I just can't join the mentorship or whatever. The idea that you can get together with people who are wanting to promote in order to make some money to maybe eventually get mentorship is, I think, invaluable, right? Like, this is super, super cool. So guys, click that link that Rafael is sharing in the chat, and let's get started. Like, you're gonna be able to learn from someone who's a pro at being able to promote something that you believe in. If I'm not mistaken, you guys really enjoyed this. I've seen a lot of people get a lot of questions answered, and the truth is we got some we got some soldiers in the chat right now. We got some soldiers viewing this message right now in YouTube, and I'm super proud that you guys are gonna get a chance to sign up as affiliates or as ambassadors for the program because you are still here. You are someone who really sees the power of this, and you're a trooper. Look, we had hundreds of people for the live trainings of other material, but those guys they're gone. They came and they left, and that's okay, but you guys are still here. And that's why we opened up this special announcement and opportunity for you so that you can make some money before you join mentoring. That's amazing to me. If you could just get two or three at this point, if you can get 3 people to sign up, you will be able to get into the mentorship at no cost, so long as the price doesn't go up. And I don't know when Rafael is going to do that. But that being said, guys, this is an excellent opportunity for any of you guys who really enjoyed the training, saw the value in it, and you can send other people to it. We're going to be changing up things a little bit, so I'm extremely excited about you guys being able to now promote this for yourself, and you can make some money in the process. So really good. I'm glad to see some of you guys are already signing up.
Yeah, we already got 50 people joining, so it's awesome. And
Great.
Inside the group, I will do trainings. So I will show you what strategies you can use or what things you can do. For example, one of our students, Ryan, who is also one of our ambassadors, and he got us about 2 students in the past couple of days, and he was able to make just $2,000 pretty quickly by posting his results. So even if you don't have big results, obviously the better the results you have, if you're making $3,000, $5,000 a month, you will be able to attract more people because it's your own results. But even if you're not, you can use our student testimonials to promote our program. So we'll give you all the tools, all the necessary things, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. So
and then the beauty of this too. Sorry, Rafael, I'm so excited about this, bro, because this is just amazing. Like, one thing you have to understand, guys, is that our goal, yes, it is to mentor a few people to take it to the next level. But even more importantly is we really, really want to have impact in the world. While other gurus are out there selling stuff and like giving you 50% of stuff in their courses, we want to give you 100% of everything you need with these trainings. And that is why we need your help. We need your help so that we can impact more people's lives, so we can answer more e-commerce questions, so we can drive this thing for the next decade and just be part of a movement. This isn't just about, you guys might have thought up until right now that this was just sort of like another cool training, like, okay, we got some information, right? And you're gonna go back and maybe learn some more. Nope, because we want everybody to benefit from this. We're for those who want to be mentored, great, they can sign up for mentorship. And they can also be ambassadors, right? But those who can't sign up for mentorship and want to get to that point, we've opened up this specifically for you guys so that we can get started on creating this movement and sharing real information and real ways to grow your e-commerce business, all in an effort to create impact. So we want to thank you guys who already signed up to the group. I really appreciate you, and I know Rafael really, truly appreciates that you're wanting to do this and be part of this movement.
100%. That's awesome. I started following you because of Ryan. That's awesome. Done almost 100K this month already. That's amazing. Congrats, man. That's awesome.
You have a question about, can we use PayPal to pay mentorship so we can pay for the full amount? I'm not sure what that means, but I guess.
Yes, we can only accept a few PayPal payments because the fees really cut into the price. Like, PayPal takes a lot of the money, but if it is 2 or 3 payments, then it's okay. SR, send me a message on Facebook right now, please. So I will send you my Facebook link, and please send me a message on Facebook. We'll get your PayPal payment sorted. Because I can't use PayPal for all the payments, because if not, I would be losing a lot. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that works out. But okay, good. I think everybody, great. I'm so glad you guys are here. Can we join your automated program instead of getting 1,000? I'm not sure what that means.
But yeah, I mean, no. you can join it. I mean, instead of getting the 1,000. If you get a student into the program, you can join the program. Well, if you get 3 students, then you can pay for the program. So yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
Bring 3 people who buy the program or the mentorship, and you're in. Absolutely. Hey, bro, you can connect you with Ryan. I appreciate if you can connect me to him. Ryan, I'm not sure. Oh, I think he wants to connect.
Yeah, I can do it later. Can we join just to be mentored?
You need to ask Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
You need to ask Ryan, though. don't just connect people who don't know Ryan.
True. Can we join just to be mentored, or do we have to be ambassadors as well? No, you can. I mean, you can either be ambassadors or mentors or both, whatever you want. So if you want to join the mentoring is open, and you can join it on mentormerafael.com, and you don't need to be an ambassador. The ambassador is just for people that want to be. It's not a requirement.
Even if you are being a mentor student and you want to be an ambassador, you automatically get that. So because you are someone who's in our mentorship program, you are automatically entered into an ambassador program if you want to do that. If you don't care to do that and you just want to continue with your e-commerce business, you're more than happy to do that.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. So there's another special announcement, isn't there, bro?
There is. So I want to give you a special bonus because this has really been, I think, one of the best weeks that I've ever done in terms of my whole teaching career, coaching career. People have really just absolutely blown away by the comments, by the engagement, by just
the learning and everything.
So it has been amazing, and I want to give you a special bonus. I want to give you the products, the training that has made Ryan, Johnny, Washington, all my students successful. And the product that Ryan was bragging about before, when I show you the screenshot, I want to give you that product for free, but I need something in return. Value and business and money, it's all an exchange of something. So I can't just give you something and expect you to be successful because you haven't given something in return. So I'm going to send you a link right now called mentormerafael.com/review. And with that link, what you can do is drop us a 45-second to 1 minute video review about this training. So all you have to do is go to that link. You'll get redirected to a video that explains how it works. But all you have to do is give us a review or a little testimonial of you, a little video with your pretty face. And once you submit that, you will get the winning products and the Facebook ads training in return. So all you have to do is just submit a testimonial.
Yeah, submit. Look, all you have to do is go to mentormerafael.com/review. You're gonna do it with your phone because I think it's best to do it with your phone, right, Rafael?
Yeah, but wait, the link is. Give me 1 second. It's not properly working, I think.
Okay. Well, just so you know, I just wanted to say, so when you go through the process of giving a review, what you're reviewing is the training that we gave you guys here in the last couple of days. We just want to hear from you. We just want to know whether it was good, whether it was bad, what were the good takeaways, please. And if it's positive, we would love that because that's why we're going to have, and like I said, we want impact. And in order to have impact, we need other people to see that what we're doing is impactful. So with the training that we did, going through the PTS system, understanding every bit of every part of putting that formula together for a successful e-commerce store, we want to share that with the world, and we need your help to do it. And the way that you're going to help is you're going to be able to give a review of the training. And on top of that, when you do that, you're going to get access to the Facebook ads training. A lot of you guys were asking about what to do with ABO, with CBO, and you were asking about, are my metrics good? Am I running my ads? When do I know too much is too much or too little is too little? What is the data like? Right? We said data is the most important thing in creating an e-commerce business, and you get access to the Facebook ads training that will help you understand how to look for that data, how to do it right, how to get things launched off in the ads section. On top of that, right, you're also going to get, what was the screen there? It was the Facebook ads training and winning products.
Yeah, but sorry guys, there was a technical issue on there and I am fixing it right now. So sorry about that. If you saw something weird there, I am changing it now.
I think it works now, right? I see it working for me.
Yeah, but on the phone, it's giving an error.
Oh,
it's sending them to another page. Yeah, it's sending them to someone else. I don't know for some reason why it's doing that, but it should be fixed now. Okay, it's all fixed now. So if you click the link, it will say where you submit your video. Just making sure that it's all good now. Please confirm. Cool. mentormerafael.com/review. Let's make sure that it works. Okay.
Mine's still going to my brother from another mother, Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it. Oops. Sorry about that, everybody.
Johnny's a really good friend of ours, guys. He's also
he's a really good friend. Yeah. So if you saw him, he's just a really good friend of ours.
Hey, if you do it in Spanish, even better, because we want to have we want to, like I said, we want to impact the world. And we knew this, guys, when you guys came on board, and we saw everybody from Italy, from Europe, from Spain, from Texas its own country, by the way, and then from other parts of the U.S. and Canada, and this seriously, it's liberating. This is one of the reasons we like YouTube, right? Because we do it in Spanish? Yeah, absolutely. I think I answered that, right? Yeah, I did. Yes, you can do it in Spanish. We would be more than happy to receive your feedback and your review of what you experienced in the last couple days. Por supuesto que sí. Muchísimas gracias. I'm still looking for the best solution, but I do not try it yet. I'm not exact. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking.
Okay, we're here. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay, we got people here. I'm so sorry. We lost a lot of people. I'm so sorry, people. We are here. I'm so sorry. We had a technical difficulty. My internet cut out. So if you're still watching, I love you so much. I'm sorry about that. My internet cut out, so sorry. Ay. Sorry, Thailand problems. I'm stuck in Thailand, so I can't do much. I'm sorry. The internet here is not first world internet, so I'm sorry, everybody. I'm glad it cut out today, not yesterday or the days before.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it would cut out, like, oh my god.
The link isn't fixed though, is it, or is it?
It is. It's working again. Yeah. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm working here with Thailand internet, and it's not the best internet in the world. I'm so sorry. Everybody's still here. 62, 70. We are back.
Just FYI, man. I'm on my phone. I'm still getting the old one. The old
yeah, just page. switch to the new one. the people still watching should get a free course.
You are. Yeah. As soon as you put a testimonial, then you're gonna get a Facebook ads training course.
Exactly. Just put in a testimonial, and actually, I will send you a link directly to the testimonial page, just in case the other one isn't working for some reason.
Yeah, do it, because the other one isn't.
Yeah.
It's not working for me. If you don't see Rob. Okay. All right, man. Well, maybe we should just end it. I mean, you can end it, and you can get the people who signed up for your ambassador program to do this, you know? Because these are people who really like what you did, and they like what we put together, so we can always work with them.
Cool. Okay, let's end it. Okay, so finish.
Just send the link. Send the link.
I think we're still here. So if anybody's still here with us, we're still in the live.
We have 107. Yeah. We have 107 people here.
It's true, still, yeah. The link to the ambassadors program, I will drop it. That's the link to the ambassadors program.
So can we share domains? What you mean? Can we domains in the page? I'm not sure what you mean by that question, Sione. Awesome. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Go. That's the direct link. Click on the link that he just shared. Rafael just shared it. Videopeel.com. To leave a testimonial, make sure you go ahead and do it on that link. To get the free ads course and the list of winning products, which I think is an amazing giveaway. Thank you so much, Rafael. I think people really like that, man.
Exactly. And welcome Kelly to the program. She just joined, so welcome to the family. Happy to have you, Kelly. You made a great decision joining us.
All right. Are we good? Are we going to end it, or are we going to continue to answer questions? What are we doing?
Can you hear me, Tony?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Okay, then let's keep asking questions until my thing here explodes.
Okay. All right. So guys, just so you know, go ahead and ask your questions. If you have any questions regarding the program, those are going to get our priority. But if you have any questions whatsoever regarding this training, please ask once and for all. Please click the video peel link that Rafael shared to share your testimonial. That is how you're going to get the bonus of being added to the Facebook ads training and the free list of winning products.
Exactly. And $1,000 commission, that is pretty much lifetime. So whenever a student joins, doesn't matter if it's now or in 3 months, they'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you want to join, and welcome Kelly for joining the family. If anybody else wants to join, mentormerafael.com. Mentormerafael.com. That is a mentorship link. You get my team, you get my winning products, you get absolutely everything included. If you want to get the video testimonial, you can upload it with the link that I put it over there. And How long should
here,
the testimonial be? 45 seconds, 1 minute.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just say, hey, like what I would say is, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. Like my name is Tony. I checked out the training. Just talk about the training specifically, whether you enjoyed it, whether you liked it, what were some good takeaways. In fact, you could just easily say, hey, the training was amazing. I'm so glad these guys did this. Rafael and Tony were amazing at the training. Like if you want to, like, don't hesitate, sign up. It's actually a really good free training. Because the biggest thing that we fight is a lot of people think that because it's free, it's not going to be awesome. And because it's free, it's not going to be good training. So just help us with that. If you really enjoyed the training, just say that. Just say Tony and Rafael, or Rafael and Tony presented some really great stuff. The training was amazing. If you're signing up for wherever you're seeing this, just sign up for it because it was awesome, right? So just do something like that. Wherever you are, wherever you're seeing this video, sign up. The training